Hello, Story Wilson with rswsolutions.com. This is the RSW Solutions All Comms software. Today what we're going to do is work with the body control module on the L322 Range Rover vehicle. Now the body control module on the L322 Range Rover actually controls a significant portion of the vehicle functions outside of just lights, door locks, and such small things. It actually also controls the BMW Sensotronic steering system. And so when the body control module goes into fault mode, it can present some strange symptoms. And some of those symptoms can be heavy steering, door locks that don't quite work correctly, rear doors that don't work, tailgate doesn't unlock properly. Sometimes lights can have strange behaviors inside the cabin of the vehicle, staying on all the time, not shutting off when the doors open and close. These are some of the strange features that the body control module can present. Now, the most recommended pathway to repair this problem, is to try to fix the problem programmatically first. By programmatically, I mean using the All Comms software. Now, there's a couple of things that can happen with the body control module. The first is that it can be in fault mode, and it just needs to be, the faults need to be read and cleared. Second, it could be stuck in transport mode. And transport mode, for some reason, these units will, if there's a power drain, a sudden power drain in the vehicle, a battery failure in the vehicle, an alternator problem in the vehicle, the body control module can go into transport mode for some reason. And you can just very simply clear it programmatically. And sometimes that is all it's needed to get your vehicle back up and running properly. The third and final option to working with the body control module is sometimes the body control module can outright lose most of its configuration settings. And I'll also show you how to reconfigure, or recode, reprogram the body control module. So first thing we do, we get our All Comms version 2 software up and running. It's for sale on my website, only through rswsolutions.com. There are no other legitimate suppliers of this software and hardware other than myself. So we plug it in to a USB port, a USB enumeration sound, and we read our license and agree to it. You'll see down below here, you see the USB status is open, and here's the USB hardware string. And the rough layout of the software, we're just going to go. First, you probably want to work with the body control module, read the faults. We always open communications first, and read faults, and then we clear faults, and we close. So that would be the first step in reading and clearing the faults in the body control module, as simple as that. Next, if that doesn't solve your problem, you go into the change settings under body module debug. And it's going to be a similar series of steps. We open communications, and we see we have transmit and receive, and it's linked. This string of data right here tells us that we are connected, indeed, because this is information that came back from the body control module. And we clear transport mode. Wait for a few seconds here for it to finish communications, and then we close our session. And that would be our second step for working with the body control module. We clear the transport mode, and go ahead and shut the vehicle off, start it back up, and see if the problems have resolved themselves. If the problems have not resolved themselves, there's one third and final thing we can do here. What we do is we'd open communicate. We're going to recode the ECU, which basically is reprogramming all of the configuration strings with just kind of a baseline config, and hopefully that'll get the system back up and running properly. We'll open. We have transmit and receive, and we're linked. We recode the ECU. This takes a few seconds. Then we would select one of these factory default settings. Recoding the ECU programs the majority of the configuration strings, and we need to finally choose this right here to finish the final configuration of the body control module. So we have pre-2005, which is the majority of vehicles. In 2005 there were several variants, so there's a couple different options here. We're just going to do pre-2005 BCM defaults. Done. We just programmed it. We're going to clear transport mode, which is the final step. Wait for a few seconds, and we close communications. So right there, we just recoded the ECU and we programmed it with some of the baseline configuration string. So you start your vehicle back up, problem solved, but now some of the configuration of the vehicle isn't quite the way you liked it before. So we can modify some of the body control module functions. Go into the pre-2005 model year body module function control panel here. Open communication, and then you can finalize fine-tune some of the final configuration here. You know, the lights on and some of these other functions of the body control module can do. So that's basically how you work with the system. It's not terribly difficult. Unfortunately, a lot of people are convinced they need to purchase another body control module for their vehicle, when in fact all they really need to do is some of these programmatic steps. So I hope you have success with the Allcoms version 2 software tool and hardware tool. Please visit my website at www.rswsolutions.com, and thanks for watching.